Hi, I'm Paul from VeloWorks, and we're going to be starting a series called Coffee and a Brompton. So basically, I like to take my Bromptons, because I have two, and Sarah's Brompton, to go for coffee. And there's no better way than to go for a coffee, chat about Bromptons, enjoy Brompton. So we thought there was a good excuse to umbrella all of our Brompton love with coffee and a Brompton. So come join me. The first one is about my P6r, the final upgrades to my original Brompton. I'm going to go through the bike, a little bit of history about it if you don't know, what upgrades I've made recently, and an overview of all the upgrades I've made to this wonderful bike. Come join me for coffee and a Brompton. So some of you might be familiar with this bike. It's not been having a lot of airtime recently because of the G-Line, but it's my original 2015, it's a 10-year-old Brompton P6r. P for the controversial P bars, 6 for the 6 gears at the back, and R for the rack. I bought it in Glasgow 10 years ago. It's had a lot of use when I used to commute as an outdoor instructor, which sounds a bit weird, but I was a youth worker stroke outdoor instructor, and I needed to use a train a lot to get to groups. So it was my mode of transport all around Glasgow, Scottish winters, and it had quite a hard service. It's had fleets of lots of use and then some kind of retirement a little bit, or easing off when we lived in the country. It wasn't the kind of steed for country living, but it's generally had a good life. It's been on lots of tours. It's flown with me to Berlin, where I had a wonderful week that's, well, it's so memorable, one of my most memorable weeks on a bike, stopping in coffee shops and just stroking my bike and looking at it. Sounds a bit weird, but that's just what I like to do. So let me take you through upgrades away from the original stock, what I've done, and then I'll tell you my final 2 upgrades, and then that's it for the bike upgrade wise. It will need the rims or the wheels rebuilding because they're almost at the end of the life. I'm not going to do that right now because we've got some other projects, but yeah, it's definite pause on the upgrades as I think I've maxed it out. Any more might be silly, or what I've done you might think is silly, so let's have a look. So starting at the front, I was lucky that this bike came with a dynamo hub that powers the lights. Super easy to use, flick a button, and I know I've always got lights. I usually back it up with lights at the top just because obviously these ones are quite low down. But accessory wise, I put a sine wave Revolution charger on, so the dynamo hub charges battery packs and phones and things like that, and that's a really nice addition, and it's a nice position for it just there. I put it like that when it's not raining, when it is not in use and could rain, and then I put it like that when it's in use. Coming up, accessory wise, I have my Restrap bottle holder. Love that. It's yeah, such a good addition to the bike, especially as this one doesn't have any bottle bosses. And I've got my quad lock phone lock, which is a bit of a must when I'm cycling around an area that I don't know, especially in an urban setting, and I just need to have a map. Also, the phone's quite hidden there, so it's not really on show. That's, yeah, really, really good. Maintenance wise, I've looked after the maintenance day to day, servicing and washing. I've recently had the hinges replaced by Brilliant Bikes. They did a lovely job of that. And I've cut the mudguard here because the mudguard on these Bromptons always come to the bridge across the chainstay, and they always end up collecting rust and rubbish around there. So that's a definite, just chop, I don't know, about 1 inch off, and then it just allows you to get your finger in there and remove any debris. So that covers a few bits of accessories and maintenance, in case you didn't know. But what I have mainly done, the main upgrades, is a titanium rear end that they don't make anymore. So this is one of the last ones made for this bike, the configuration of this bike. I have put a scroll wave spring from Type Arts Workshop. We love Type Arts Workshop. It's a really good quality, firm scroll wave spring. I've never had any problems with it. I will come back to that upgrade in a while. And my Type Arts Workshop rainbow seat post, another great addition to the bike. But what have I done? The final 2 upgrades. Let me take you through my final 2. So one of my recent upgrades is the saddle. It came with a Brooks leather saddle, but I find the Brooks leather saddles, for me, they're just a bit too wide. I think it was a B17 copper riveted one, so it's very pretty. But I went to a bike jumble recently and found this Seller Italia one. It's really nice. It's my width and brand new. Yeah, I think it's great. I think the rivets are great. I've always liked these saddles. I'm not sure they make them anymore. So to find one brand new in the box, it worked really well. So I'm really happy with that final kind of piece to set the bike off. And it hugs my hips really well. And yeah, really, really happy. Just need to bed it in, which will be a process in itself. If you are a leather saddle owner, you will know the pain that I'll have to go through just to kind of ease it into the shape of my body. But yeah, great little upgrades. That's upgrade number one. And the final pièce de résistance upgrade, where I've saved myself 7 grams. I'm telling you, 7 grams. Woo! I'm going to feel that when I'm out and about on the Bromps, is I've gone for some gold Thai Parts Workshop chain ring. So with these chain rings, there's an inner one here which has saved me 3 grams, and each one of these ones has saved me a gram each. That's 7 grams in total weight saving on this bad boy. When I'm lifting this at Temple Meads, down the stairs at Temple Meads train station, oh, I'm really going to notice. Woohoo! That's 7 grams. So I absolutely love this Brompton. And out of all my bike collection, which has grown this year, which I didn't think it would, if I was only allowed one bike, if someone said to me, that's it, you take away all your bikes and you can have one, it would be this bike. And I don't think that will ever change. I bought the G-Line for a giggle, and I really love the G-Line. And also to take the weight off this bike, or the pressure off this bike, because I've only got a few more hinges left that I can replace. I think one more replacement and then the frame's done. So I would like this to kind of last me the rest of my life. So it's going to go into kind of a semi, not retirement, but just an easier life, not being hacked around all winter like it has done. So I love it, and I've really enjoyed upgrading it, and I will enjoy it for years and years to come, and it will feature loads in videos and trips. But what is it that I would recommend out of all these upgrades? The one thing, if you wanted to do, I would say it is the spring. I think the most noticeable is the seat post, but the seat post is about £230, so that is quite a huge investment. The Growwave spring is 80. There are lots of cheaper versions. When we initially did that video, everyone was like, oh, mine's broken, this is that, and they're not very good. But this is a Thai Parts Workshop one. It's a premium one. And this has given me no problems at all. It is perfect. It's really good quality. And I weigh, 90 to 95 kilograms. The bike weighs about 13 kilograms, so you're almost at 110 kilograms, and I put weight on it. So that spring has been great. It just is more active than the other spring, the kind of firm block that Bromptons have. I think the modern ones is completely different, but the older ones, the firm block I just found would just squash and just kind of do that. Whereas this one, you can actually feel it takes out the bumps. I mean, it is marginal because it's like, how big is it? It's not going to give you loads of suspension, but definitely if there's one upgrade that I was allowed to do, it would be that spring. That has been a really good choice to let the back of the Brompton feel more connected. The seat post is really comfortable. In some ways, the back of the bike now is just super comfortable. Whether everyone wants that for the Brompton, they may want a bit more stiffness, but I really like it, and I really like what I've done. So thanks for the journey, for those of you that have followed the journey of this bike. It's not over by any means, because it will be going for lots of coffees as we do the series, and it is just perfect, the perfect travel bike, and I love it. It lives in our at a prominent place in our house, so I get to see it every day and enjoy it as I walk past it, and I just have so much love for it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll hopefully continue this series with lots of different chat about Bromptons and rides. And if you enjoy what we do, please subscribe. Hi, I'm Paul from VeloX, and we are going to be starting a series called Brompton and a Coffee. Or is it Coffee and a Brompton? No. I'm really going to notice. Woohoo! That's 7 grams. Okay. You recording? Yes. Definitely recording?